right, well, I'm here at Cincy AI Week with Ricardo, CEO and co-founder of Alventa. Just tell us a little bit about who you are and what your company does.
Absolutely. I've been in the digital transformation space for about 20 years. The first 15 years was really focused on automating complex business process. And the last 5 years has really been about intelligent automation and pairing that with AI.
Okay. And tell us what inspires you to do what you do.
I think my background has been mostly around business efficiency and productivity. I'm the Six Sigma guy by nature. I started with a startup company that was very heavy in Six Sigma, and I love process, I love efficiency, and marrying automation with AI was a perfect fit for what we do.
What's something that you felt was a truth that when you were a child that is still inspiring you today?
I think it's watching mentors like my dad and the hard work ethic he had. I think that carries throughout what we do in all of the businesses that I support.
Okay. And tell us about when AI first hit your workflow. What was your initial reaction?
Yeah, I honestly, I want to say I was a really early adopter, just seeing what the capabilities of this technology. When the LLMs hit mainstream a few years ago, obviously AI has been around for a long time, but when it started to hit mainstream a few years ago, it was like, let's take automation, marry it with AI because it has a brain and make it do some really cool things. So.
Okay, and so how do you view AI as a creative asset? Is it a threat? Is it a tool? Is it something different?
Yeah, I think I have a glass half full approach on this. I often think about what my 4-year-old's going to be doing when he's in the workforce one day. His job is going to be managing agents to do work, right? So I see lots of opportunities that are being created currently, and there's a whole evolution of new jobs that are going to be created. So I'm going to remain glass half full.
Okay, and what are some misconceptions that you see people having about AI?
There's obviously the fear factor in the market, right? AI is taking jobs. It has taken jobs. It will continue to. I think our position as humanity is we have to figure out how do we upskill ourselves. This is another technological revolution that's happening that we've experienced many times before with Industrial Revolution. This is another version of it. We're outsourcing our intelligence right now to an automated system, but there's still a very strong human component that's left with our emotions and how we handle agency going forward in the future.
Okay, and how is your company utilizing AI to make an impact?
Great question. So we're servicing medium to large companies that have business workflow and productivity issues. Essentially, if there's inefficient work where we have reps or customer service agents or support folks that are doing very manual work, we're looking and seeing how can automation come in and help them with the day-to-day workflow to make their lives easier, and then also marrying AI on top of the existing workflow. Everything is done on the Microsoft stack. It's a secure tenant where all your data lives in your environment, so you get to do AI safely.
Okay. What does it look like when a company is utilizing AI and the human component well?
I think it's a perfect marriage. So first, the question we always ask our clients is, what problem are you trying to solve? I think because AI is a big buzzword right now, there's a directive coming from top-level executives on how do you figure this out for your organization. The question you want to ask yourself first is, what problem am I trying to solve? There's lots of technology that's out there, but I think you really want to hone in on that first. And once you get clarity on that, it's who on my team can support that vision. There's a big change management component. I think as leaders in organizations, we have a responsibility to bring people along the journey to make sure that they're comfortable, to make sure that they're trained, and make sure we have adoption happening from within the organizations.
What are some ways you see AI being utilized in the future that maybe we don't quite see yet?
Very good question. I think there's going to be a whole category of jobs. I had this conversation with a few people today around software development and how we're building products. I think we're going to have to rethink our business models also. So instead of pushing back, let's look at where the puck is going. If we know that users want to build and create their own products, let's give them the space to do that. and software development shops as an example, how do you pivot your model to allow them to be creative and you become an integrator for them? You know, I had people that were into this vibe coding stuff. Now, I think I'm an official vibe coder also, where we're building these business apps. So how do we embrace that and how do we make these things go to market faster? So I think we'll see a lot more creative folks that had barriers to entry to get into business that will be allowed to get into business now because of these tools.
What are the limitations to AI that can't replace what humans do?
I think obviously the emotional intelligence will never, in my opinion, be able to be replaced from a human being. I think that's what makes us unique. I haven't seen AI models express human emotions the way that human beings do. So I think it'll be a complement. It's using human emotions with agency will be the future of work.
Okay, and what's your superhero trait, the thing you do that AI will never replace?
I love to think of myself as a connector. I love people. I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. I don't think AI can do that. I don't think it can go to conferences and shake hands and meet new people and connect others with each other. So I think everyone needs to figure out what their superpower is and play to that strength in this next wave of technology.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing with us here at Cincy AI Week.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.